These three Amazon PPC strategies will help you grow sales faster and at a lower ACoS in 2025. My name is Chris Rawlings and my company Sophie Society spends about $2 million per month on Amazon PPC. And these strategies are based on what we're seeing is working now to grow sales leanly and profitably in 2025. I'm going to be walking through in Seller Central and the Ad Console so that you can see exactly how to set these up yourself. All right, so we're inside Amazon Seller Central. We're just going to go to the hamburger menu and click Advertising Campaign Manager. Now, the first strategy that we're going to go through is targeting products using product targeting in sponsored products. You could also use product targeting in sponsored brands or sponsored display, but you're going to use expanded product targeting and you're going to target the same product that you're advertising. Now, let me show you an example of this. I'm going to go to my portfolios. And by the way, each portfolio should represent all the campaigns for that one product. So one product, one portfolio. Click on one of the products. Now I'm going to show you an example of this. So here's one of these campaigns. Now, first of all, this ACoS is already healthy for this space. This is a highly competitive consumable category. It's supplements. The cost per clicks are super high. So this actually is already a good ACoS for the space and the category that we're in. But that's not the main benefit of this type of campaign. If I go down here and click on the ad group, and you can see we only have one ad group, you'll see that the main benefit is if I go over here to search terms, and then I sort by orders, you could see what this allowed us to do. See, the target is the same as the ASIN that we're advertising. So we're telling Amazon, target my very same listing that I'm advertising. But since we clicked expanded, Amazon is actually showing it on a bunch of other ASINs that are similar to the one that we're advertising, that are most similar and most likely to convert. So this allows us to find new targets that we can then put in as exact match product targets in performance campaigns. So you could see the one that's getting the most orders, for example, this is giving us a 34% ACoS, and over the last 30 days, we got 10 orders. That's a great product target. Now we know that basically forever. We do really well when we advertise on that listing. Here's another one that got 17% ACoS and we got 9 orders from that. So that means we could trust that number. It's, a trustable number. That's another ASIN that we could use in a specific product targeting campaign. And here's yet another one at a 33% ACoS that generated 7 orders, and another one that has a 34% ACoS that generated 6 orders. These are all product targets that we're now going to use in exact match product targeting campaigns because now we know we have enough data to prove that our ad works really well when we show it on those listings. So not only can this type of campaign perform really well in and of itself on its own, but it also allows you to find new product targets that are really lean and allow you to get sales at a much higher profit margin consistently over time. Here's how you create a campaign like that. You just click sponsored products. And then you're going to scroll down to targeting and click manual targeting, then product targeting. Then you're going to go down to individual products and then enter list. And here's where you're going to put the very same ASIN that you're advertising and make sure this box expanded is clicked and this box exact is not clicked. And strategy number 2 is using broad match and broad modified campaigns. Amazon over the last year has been doing much, much better with broad match campaigns. And sometimes you'll have a same target that's in the broad match campaign and an exact match campaign. And for whatever reason, the very same search term, the very same target performs better in broad match than in exact match. So this is a very important campaign type for the new year, this year in 2025. And I'm going to show you some examples of how to set this up and why it works so well. So here's an example campaign like this. You can see that the ACoS is lower than a lot of the other campaigns. These broad match campaigns can perform really, really well. You can see in the targeting tab here that we actually have 3 targets in here that are currently turned on. You don't want to do too many targets in a broad match campaign because if you do too many, it kind of muddies the data. It makes it hard to organize the campaigns and they might not follow a similar theme if you cram too many keywords in there. Basically what this is doing is it's taking these terms that we put in as the seed and it's finding similar terms to that term that might perform better. And since we're giving Amazon a little bit of leeway, but unlike an auto campaign where we give Amazon 0 guidance, 0 input, 0 terms, and we just let them completely take the wheel, this is a kind of hybrid where we are giving them some guidance, but giving them flexibility to advertise our product with words that we didn't input but basically mean the same thing, or switching the words around, or using different synonyms and stuff like that. So it allows Amazon the leeway to find more efficient ways to show your ad. And that's why these campaigns can actually perform really well if managed properly. And if you're wondering what I meant by broad modified, that means when you use broad modified, you add a plus in front of the word that you don't want Amazon to not include. So if I wanted to make sure that Amazon included one of the words in my term, I would input a plus in front of it, and that means Amazon has to include that term. So it can move the order of the terms around, but it will have to include that term if you put a plus in front of it for a broad modified campaign. Now, if I click the search term tabs here, you could see how powerful this type of campaign is. I'm going to organize by number of orders, and you'll see that again, the targets with the most orders are actually doing really well from an ACoS perspective. We have 33%, 15%, 8%, 39%, 22%. And these aren't just the lowest ACoS targets. These are the highest selling targets. So they're both the highest selling targets and the lowest ACoS targets, which means this is great for us because we just found new specific keyword targets. So we could add these to single keyword group campaigns so that they can continue to perform for us over time since they're already proven, similar to what we did with product targets when we went through expanded self-product targeting. To set up a campaign like this, you're just going to click Continue in Sponsored Products. You're going to click Manual Targeting, Keyword Targeting, and when you get down to the keyword list, click Enter List. Here's where you put your keyword targets, and make sure to unclick Phrase and Exact and just have the Broad Match section clicked. You'll add your keyword targets here, click Add Keywords, and you've set up a broad match targeting campaign. Now, the third strategy is very important, and it has to do with how PPC affects your ranking, which is one of the best benefits that you get out of running Amazon PPC is it can help you gain organic ranking so that you actually get more organic clicks, meaning you rank for more search terms by running PPC. In fact, Amazon PPC is the best way to increase your ranking, and this strategy we're about to walk through is the best way to use Amazon PPC for ranking. So what you want to do is you want to create dedicated campaigns for keywords that you know are super, super important. This campaign here is an example of that. If I click this campaign only has a single keyword. You could see in the last campaign type that we talked through, we had multiple keyword inputs when we set up that campaign. But if I click this ad group and I go over to my targeting, you'll see I only have one keyword input here. And this is the most important keyword for this product. A lot of times you're going to have up to 5 or 6 or even more of these, where those specific search terms, you really don't want them grouped in another campaign where other terms are there because you know they're super important. Maybe it's the main thing people search to find your product. These keywords need to be in their own dedicated campaign with nothing else. And the reason is because placement adjustments are based on the campaign level, not the ad group level. So if I go back to, right now I'm in the ad group, you could see ad group. But if I go back to the campaign, and then I click bid adjustments, this is where I see the bid adjustments for each of the major placements. And there's 3, top of search, rest of search, and product pages. The reason that I want to isolate this search term in a campaign by itself is because these are the main ways that I have impact on how this search term performs for me. I'm going to scroll over and look at either the ACoS or the ROAS of this particular placement. Top of search means it's showing right underneath the search bar, right as people search. Rest of search means it's showing somewhere else on the search page. Product pages means it's showing on a product page after somebody has searched that term. So I'm going to use this view in bid adjustment to find which of these placements is performing best, and then I'm going to push that placement by upping the bid adjuster on that placement that's working the best. And by the way, if you're really focused on ranking, you really want to focus mostly on top of search and also rest of search, but top of search is the most powerful for ranking. But despite that, all of these drive ranking by driving sales velocity relating to that particular keyword. So mainly what you want to do is just follow whatever placement is performing the best from an orders perspective, from a conversion rate perspective, and from an ACoS perspective. Now, running these strategies is going to help you a lot, but it's not enough. The main thing you have to do alongside this is to make sure that you're plugging your PPC data back into your thumbnails, listings, and campaigns to make sure that you're increasing click-through rate and increasing conversion rate over time. That's what helps you make sure that these stay profitable and in fact get more and more profitable over time. If you want to see how my company could do this for you, Sophie Society, click the link in the description of this video and you can apply there. You can also check out this video where I walk through how to use your PPC data to increase your click-through rate so that you get more of the clicks that your competitors would have taken. See you there.